Okay, so I can get started.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good, good, good. So I'm going to actually be talking about promoting your relaxation during the holidays. And again, for y'all, those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Dietrich Gorman, and I'm a board certified family medicine physician. I am a speaker. I am a four-time Amazon best-selling author, and I am America's relaxation doctor. And so I help individuals maneuver through life's stressful situations at work and at home by learning ways to incorporate relaxation. And currently, I'm practicing medicine in rural West Texas. Anybody knows where Pecos, Texas is? So I only can see a couple of people, but put in the chat if y'all are familiar with West Texas, because it's going towards El Paso, small rural town, and yeah, I've been here actually over 10 years. So yeah, okay. So I want to just give y'all a brief overview. This won't be a very long presentation, so thank you for your attention. I'm going to talk about what is stress and how it affects our health, special challenges and stressors during the holidays. A lot of people are out there being stressed, what to do, where to go, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm just going to share with y'all 3 ways to promote your relaxation during the holidays. And then I'll have my special offer for y'all at the end. Okay. So, what happens to you when you are stressed? Okay, we're living in stressful times, right? And we're all catching it. 2020 has definitely been something else. Some catching it more than others, but it still is out there. But stress doesn't necessarily have to be to our detriment. It can be if we let it, but there's ways that you can help it not be. But when you're stressed, you're unproductive, you get attitudes, right? You're not yourself. You get attitudes, you get snippy at people. You know what I mean? You make mistakes, at work and at home. You just feel bad overall. You aching everywhere. Those bones and those muscles and stuff hurt. You get anxious, poor sleep habits. You invite illness in and sickness in because you're lowering your immune system. And then you also can have poor digestion. And these are just a few things when a person is chronically stressed. And there's some definitely some stressors that are more going on in the holidays, and they can really be, how can I say it, just incapacitating for some people. You can feel overwhelmed. There's just so much to do, so little time. You're placing that stress and that burden on you to get things done. Finances, getting things such as gifts for people, decorations, buying food. Also, in the holidays, a lot of people aren't working. A lot of people got laid off, and you still got bills to pay. You still got your utilities, credit cards, mortgage, and all that stuff, let alone concerned about what you need to get somebody for holidays. So that could definitely add to your stressors. And then, of course, you're going to dash in everywhere. Everywhere it is, there's COVID involved. No matter what you do, and going out there, there's going to be something to do with COVID out there. And it's basically turned everything upside down for us. So, do we one of the stresses are, do we have people over, do I not go anywhere, what do I do, might have a loved one in the hospital that I can't go see for the holidays. You may know some people who are actually infected by COVID, you yourself might be. So there's like so many different things that are going around there. Are you following guidelines for decreasing your transmission of COVID, especially during the holidays when people tend to want to congregate and get together and have parties and all that stuff? So it's kind of stressful thinking, what should I do about that? In general, your own health may not be the best. You may be stressed that your health might be taking a turn for the worse, especially if you're fearful if you might catch COVID if you haven't, or you may have your own chronic health conditions that are causing those extra stressors because you may not be able to care for yourself properly. Then the loneliness and grief that comes in there. Um, the holidays aren't always a happy time for some people. Some people, it marks a time of great loneliness. They may be alone. They may have lost a lot of loved ones. A loved one may have passed away during the holidays in the past, and this brings all those memories back. Okay, in the grieving moments that you were feeling, and then the guilt of it. You may feel actually guilted into doing things you don't necessarily want to, buying things that you don't want to, doing things, and this is definitely really stressful for people. And does anyone have anything else they want to comment that can be a unique stressor for the holidays? Now, I don't think I can really see the chat, so you all can unmute yourself if y'all want to contribute that way. So I want to talk about
Yeah,
3
Dr.
ways.
Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I was just going to say, I think there's a lot of pressure to be, this is Donna, to be happy and jolly, and because everybody else seems to be having a great time. And here you are, you're by yourself for the holidays. You weren't able to go home, and you feel like, well, I got to be happy and jolly, but I'm not feeling happy and jolly. But you don't want to share that with people because you'll ruin their joy and ruin their celebration. So that creates stress for me, because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but on the other hand, I'm being fake because I'm pretending I'm having a great time
Yes,
when really I'm not. So
exactly.
that to me is a problem for me anyway. So
That's a great point. That's a great thought. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Very good. So I'm just gonna discuss 3 ways, just only 3, for the interest of time, that ways you can promote your relaxation during the holidays. So one of the things is to plan things out. Okay, this is a big stress reduction technique, organizing and planning. If you have a plan in place, you can be more efficient, more productive. And of course, we know things aren't always going to go as you expect them to go. And it's great, of course, if it does. But having plans in place, checklists, backups, it'll definitely help. So plan for gift giving if that's something you choose to do. Meal planning if you're going to be making a meal. A budget, plan a budget. Don't go over that budget. Don't overextend yourself. Trying to get stuff. If it don't get done, it don't get done. You know what I mean? Correspondences. If you need to correspond with people or groups or whatnot, plan all this stuff out so you can have a plan in place. A contingency in case something doesn't go exactly the way you want it. And then plan your time off. Okay. The second thing is to actually ask for help. Don't be a hero. Okay. Release some of that control that you feel that you may have. Okay, that you just feel like you got to control every aspect of doing this and that. Release some of that. Just don't try and do everything and be everything to everybody. Okay, you can't be 100% perfect. Big deal if things don't work out the way you want. So ask others for help to lighten your load. And if someone actually comes up to you and asks you, "Oh, can I help you do this?" Don't try and play the hero. "Oh no, I can get it. I can get it." Just offload, even if it's one thing. That'll take the burden off of you. Okay, and that's just one less worry. And the third way is to make time for yourself. Don't think about making time for yourself or saying you create that time for yourself, period. If something else even needs to go to the side, even if it's 30 minutes of uninterrupted, longer if possible, make some time for yourself. And this is really a must for your mental, your physical well-being. And you just need to get your thoughts together. You need that time to get your thoughts together, to calm your mind, okay? To plan, to breathe, and ideally you should do this daily. That's even irrespective of the holidays. You should just really commit to making that time for yourself because you're worth it. And 30 minutes is just a little part of your day. Of course, it would be nice if it could be more, but 30 minutes is just a little part of your day to get yourself together so you can, shine and be your best. And one thing about making time for yourself, I'd like to say, do not, and I repeat, do not feel guilty about it. Okay, you can say no. You can say no to extra people coming up to you and all that stuff, trying to get you to do things or come outside of your time. Okay, so please keep that in mind. I know it's supposed to be 10 minutes, so I might go just a little bit over, but not much. And my final thoughts about the holidays and stress and all that stuff. In my humble opinion, the holidays should be about loved ones, showing love, practicing gratitude. You give gifts as token of appreciation and gestures of kindness. And things that you want to do and you want to give. And I mean, this is wonderful, but in my opinion, it shouldn't be this a stressful thing. Holidays, as far as like we coming together and all that stuff, shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't be straining. It shouldn't be bankrupting for you. So those are some of the things. Just a few things that I wanted to share about helping to offload some of that stress for y'all for the holidays. And like I said, the biggest one, my takeaway is to really kind of make time for yourself so that you can be your best, your best. And say no if you don't want to do something. I mean, don't let anybody guilt you into doing it. Okay, so I have a few promotions. I wanted to share with y'all a few items that I would love for you to consider as getting as gifts for your loved ones. So I have actually a couple of bundles. I've recently released a gratitude journal. Okay, that's my latest release, an Amazon bestseller, and it is called Grateful and Ready, a reflective journal to fuel your soul. And it is a 90-day journal, and it has a whole host of different things in there. And I guess when we get towards the end, if y'all want to look inside, I can open that up, and then you can see some of the different pages, because it's not just about practicing gratitude, which is very important. It's about reflecting upon your life, how you want your life to be, where you want to go, who do you want to be involved with, and then also documenting those ideas and those thoughts on a daily basis so that you can work to reach those goals. So I've created a bundle for you. I have footies, I have the mug, I have the pens, I have lavender essential oil, because a lot of people like to do their journaling towards the end of the day. So you can throw some of that essential oil into your diffuser and then keep it moving that way. So this slide was actually here for people who have and who have not purchased the journal. So on the right hand side, this is just the relaxation kit that does not have the journal, but these are for people who may have previously bought the journal. So again, those wonderful things that are in there that can help you promote your own relaxation. And one of the things I wanted to say is, I'm going to read this. According to the National Science Foundation, an average person has about 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. And of those 12 to 60,000 thoughts, 80, that's 80% of those are negative. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. And then
Yeah.
5%, 95% are repetitive negative thoughts. So this is just the journal if you wanted to get it by itself. Okay, again, it's a hardbound, it's comprehensive. And journaling is actually a tool to help y'all restructure those negative thoughts and to have more positive outlooks, more productive thoughts. And by no means am I saying journaling is going to alleviate every single problem 100% that you've ever had. But I do know people spend a lot of their time complaining about their lives, how they want things to change, but they're not going to do anything about it. And I do know that practicing insanity, which is, doing the same thing, expecting different results, is not fun, and it's certainly not going to move you forward in the direction that you want to move your life. And so you need to do something different if you want to if you want to get different results. And when you're journaling, it brings a new air of gratitude, and it also helps decrease some of those negative thoughts that you may be having, because each day, part of this journal is you're going to be getting positive affirmations. You're going to be repeating these things to yourself to help rewire your negative brain. And journaling is definitely a form of relaxation. It's a form of release. And when you're writing and when you're being calm in the moment, you can calm and quiet your mind. You're definitely open and receptive to changing your life for the better. I also speak at companies, clubs, and all that stuff. I do lunch and learns and all that stuff, so you can consider booking me to speak. So if I have a couple of questions, that would be great, or I can answer some at the end, which is fine, so we can keep it moving.
All right. Well, we'll bring you back at the end. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Dr. Dietrich.
Good. I
Thank
have
you so much.
one
If
final
you
thing.
can,
Okay, just after the questions.
yes,
So, I always like to bring something free, so y'all can write this down. It's no matter your budget, it's 50 ways to treat yourself well.com. I have an ebook that's completely free to download. And so it's my gift to you. No matter what your budget is, you can afford to be well to yourself. Okay, so make sure
that's
it's the
amazing.
50. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And
Okay.
make sure you put that in the chat, Dr. Dietrich.
Okay,
Make sure you
I
put
will.
your website as well as the 50 ways to treat yourself. Ooh, I can't wait to try one of those. All right. If you
Good.
can stop
And y'all can
sharing,
follow me.
Dr. Dietrich. Yeah.
I'm done. And
Can
then
you
this is the
stop?
final. Y'all can
Yeah.
contact me at Dr. Dietrich G, and I'll put all these things in the chat. Okay. Thank y'all so much.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll stop share.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. There we go.
Perfect. All right. Now, Dr. Dietrich is also giving us one of her books as a prize, but I'm going to enter you to win because we have just 3 events. So on the 21st, we'll pull raffles for everyone. So I'm going to just have you, do 3 events. And Dr. Dietrich, I'm going to catch up with you and see if I can get you again. My next speaker is Rainey, and I'm going to put her on. And I'm going to let you tell us about yourself, Rainey. And she's got a wonderful book too, and we're giving away one of her books as well. So everybody who's here today will be entered to win. So yeah, over to you.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. This is my book, Quantum Leap, and it's about a 15-year-old girl who writes stories for fun, and she discovers that they start coming true. Can she really mold events to her own idea of justice? What is going on here? So the book explores her life as she figures that out. Underlying this lighthearted look at a 15-year-old coming of age is hard science. It's quantum science. And we know that at the atomic level, subatomic level, energy operates differently than it does at the Newtonian level. So for me, it's very exciting. And Dr. Dietrich, to hear you talking and to know that you're a traditional doctor and to hear that you are using essential oils and you're dealing with energy by talking about gratitude, because emotions all have a frequency. This is what I love. This is so cool.
I know, it's the ultimate.
It is. It totally is. So what I want to do this evening, and this ties in so beautifully with Donna's talk and with Dr. Dietrich's talk, is to share with you a breathing technique for reducing stress. And I want to tell you a little bit about the background of it first, and that is, stress in the old days. If you go back, our early years on Earth, would be you go out looking for lunch, you're hunting for your lunch, and you're feeling hungry, and you're feeling maybe a little mean, and you come across something that's bigger and hungrier and meaner than you are. And what happens is the fight or flight reaction, and the body is filled with a rush of chemicals. It pulls blood and oxygen and energy from the core of you into your extremities so you can climb faster, run faster, fight better, etc. It also shuts down the left side of your brain, which is the logical side of your brain, in favor of the right side, which is intuitive and instinctive, because if you stop to think about it, you're not going to find lunch, you're going to be lunch. And so you do run away, or you hide, or you fight and you win, and you live to hunt another day. And in a fairly short period of time, your body goes back to what is normal. In the old days, stress these days doesn't leave us. It comes from so many places. And this is even before you factored in COVID. And it throws the body out of balance. And when energy leaves the core of your body, what's at the core of your body? All of your vital organs, and it puts them at risk. On a cellular level, there are 2 modes. One is survival and the other is regeneration, and that's